Come, sit down. Let's talk. Not about the news. Not about the noise of the world. Let's talk about you. I want to ask you something. Have you ever thought about the person you needed when you were younger? Maybe it was someone who listened without judgment. Someone who told you it was okay to cry. Or simply someone who believed in you, when you didn't even believe in yourself. Now here's the real question. What if you became that person? You see, when I was a young man, I used to wait. I waited for someone to save me from confusion, from fear, from the weight of not knowing who I was or where I was going. But no one came, not in the way I expected. What I learned, over time, through missteps and quiet nights of reflection, is that the person I was waiting for was the person I was meant to become. This is not just about growing older, it's about growing wiser. And that journey, my friend, begins the moment you stop asking why didn't someone help me? And start asking how can I help the next version of myself, or someone like me? Think about it. The younger you. They needed courage, but you gave into fear. They needed direction, but you were lost. They needed love, but you kept your heart guarded. It's not your fault. You were surviving. And survival doesn't leave much room for healing. But now, you know more. You've walked through fires, cried into your pillow, held your breath in rooms where you didn't feel seen. You know what it's like to need someone. So be that someone, for yourself now, and for others. When I was a boy, I remember watching my father stand outside during a storm. He didn't run from it. He stood there, face to the wind, letting the rain wash over him. I asked him once, why don't you come inside? He said, because sometimes, you've got to feel the storm, to know how strong you really are. And that stayed with me. Not because of what he said, but because he lived it. So live it. Be strong when you're scared. Be kind when you're tired. Be patient when the world rushes you. And above all, be real. The younger version of you didn't need perfection. They needed honesty. They needed someone to say, I've been where you are. I made it. And you will too. Every mistake you've made, every heartbreak, every failure, every moment of regret. Those weren't detours. They were lessons. Don't bury them. Use them. Turn them into tools for the road ahead. Not just for you, but for that younger soul still living in someone else. That's your gift now. You get to become the teacher you never had. The friend you always needed. The voice that says, keep going. I see you. And when you do that, when you become the person you needed, something shifts inside. The wounds start to heal. The guilt begins to soften. And you begin to live with purpose. Not just for you, but for everyone who feels what you once felt. So take this time, right now, and ask yourself, what would I say to my younger self? And then, live that answer. Because the truth is, it's never too late to become who you needed. And it's never too early to be that person for someone else. Take your time, reflect, and when you're ready, become.